if you want your wife to listen to you. The behavior of a human being in sexual matters. The only shame in masturbation is the sexuality is the key to the problem of.
Keep watching the video till the end to reveal all those great quotes of Sigmund Freud.
Welcome to my channel. Sigmund Freud was an Austrian neurologist and the founder of psychoanalysis, a clinical method for evaluating and treating pathologies explained as originating in conflicts in the psyche, through dialogue between a patient and a psychoanalyst. Born the 6th of May 1856. Died the 23rd of September 1939. Spouse: Martha Bernays. Here are some of the great quotes of Sigmund Freud. Please watch till the end. One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. In the small matters trust the mind, in the large ones the heart. Words have a magical power. They can either bring the greatest happiness or the deepest despair. The unconscious of one human being can react upon that of another without passing through the conscious. When a man is freed of religion, he has a better chance to live a normal and wholesome life. Illusions commend themselves to us because they save us pain and allow us to enjoy pleasure instead. Men are strong so long as they represent a strong idea. They become powerless when they oppose it. Humor is a means of obtaining pleasure in spite of the distressing effects that interface with it. Intolerance of groups is often, strangely enough, exhibited more strongly against small differences than against fundamental ones. We are so made that we can derive intense enjoyment only from a contrast. Every normal person, in fact, is only normal on the average. His ego approximates to that of the psychotic in some part or other and to a greater or lesser extent. The virtuous man contents himself with dreaming that which the wicked man does in actual life. The most complicated achievements of thought are possible without the assistance of consciousness. Talk therapy turns hysterical misery to mundane unhappiness. It is a predisposition of human nature to consider an unpleasant idea untrue, and then it is easy to find arguments against it. The first human who hurled an insult instead of a stone was the founder of civilization. Where love rules, there is no will to power, and where power predominates, love is lacking. The primitive stages can always be re-established. The primitive mind is, in the fullest meaning of the word, imperishable. Analogies, it is true, decide nothing, but they can make one feel more at home. One must not be mean with the affections. What is spent of the fund is renewed in the spending itself. The great question that has never been answered, and which I have not yet been able to answer, despite my 30 years of research into the feminine soul, is, what does a woman want? Civilization began the first time an angry person cast a word instead of a rock. The interpretation of dreams is the royal road to a knowledge of the unconscious activities of the mind. A man's heterosexuality will not put up with any homosexuality, and vice versa. The mind is like an iceberg, it floats with 1/7 of its bulk above water. The ego is not master in its own house. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. The voice of the intellect is a soft one, but it does not rest until it has gained a hearing. The goal of all life is death. Love and work, work and love. That's all there is. Love is an attempt to change a piece of a dream world into reality. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. If you want your wife to listen to you, then talk to another woman, she will be all ears. Sexuality is the key to the problem of the psychoneuroses and of the neuroses in general. No one who disdains the key will ever be able to unlock the door. The behavior of a human being in sexual matters is often a prototype for the whole of his other modes of reaction in life. The only shame in masturbation is the shame of not doing it well. The sexual life of adult women is a dark continent for psychology.
Who lacks sex speaks about sex. Hungry talks about food. A person who has no money, about money, and our oligarchs and bankers talk about morality. Avoid women who talk a lot about sex, because often they have gotten a psychological breakdown from the lack of it. A woman will never want sex with a man who doesn't get her hints.
Hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel.